So it's getting to be that time of year where we order our meat birds, and last year I did not have nearly enough birds. This is the first week in March, and I probably ran out in January. So for this round, I ordered 80 birds, so I need a little bit bigger brooder. So I'm gonna make my brooder a 4x8, so that'll give me 32 square feet. That should be able to handle those birds for the first 2 weeks or so. If the weather doesn't cooperate, I'll take 15, 20 of those birds out and put them in the brooder I used last year. But let's go ahead and get started. I picked up these 2 pieces of plywood off of Marketplace for $5 a piece. What do you want? Huh? This build is not going to be a step-by-step instruction on how to build a brooder, but right here I'm basically just ripping this 4x8 sheet of plywood in half, and this will serve as the side walls for the brooder. Same process here. I need to rip this 4x8 sheet of plywood in half, and then these will serve for the short side walls of the brooder. I haven't really figured out how I was going to build this. I wanted as simple as possible. I just had to buy those 2 sheets of plywood. The rest of the stuff I should have around here, minus the hardware. But I took the saw and I just ripped those 2x4s down. And that will serve as sort of a ledge for the floor of the brooder to lay on. That'll give me a little bit extra height, about 1.5 inches extra height. They come out with these new nailers, but evidently they need batteries. And here's a neat little trick. If you need an extra hand to keep a board standing up, just put a clamp on the corner of it there, laying it flat, and it'll hold that board up. Casper watching me. I wonder if I can flip this thing over. To take a little time and see how I wanted to do this lid. I didn't want the lid all the way to the back here. That seemed like a little bit of a waste. So I'm going to go ahead and frame in 12 inches here and then put the lid, the door, lid, whatever you want to call it. I've got to notch that out. I'm hoping this way will work, and I see no reason why it won't. And I'm going to half lap these joints, and that should make it sturdy enough. For some reason, this is always oddly satisfying. All right, right here I'm putting together the door or the lid, and I decided to use half lap joints, which are joints just the width of the material that you're using. You remove half of the wood on each of the joining pieces, which will then give you the full width dimensions of whatever you're using. So removing half of that wood, putting some glue, and then a few staples in there, that'll make for a very solid, long-lasting wood door. I originally thought one support right in the middle would be sufficient, but once I realized that this door was 8 feet long, I decided to put in 3 supports to help strengthen and keep that wood from bending and flexing so much. Just a little bit of cleanup with the cutoff tool, give that glue a relatively flat surface to adhere to. Always remember your safety gear. We are done for this evening. It has turned dark out. So this is completed, except I have to put the hardware on. So we'll put the hardware on tomorrow, and then we will add the baby chicks tomorrow evening. That seems to work. Put in some more screws. This lid warped a little bit and it's causing this plywood to draw up. And we're going to put a little glue on there. They make different brands of CA glue, but if you haven't used it before, and this jar is a little old, so my cap is all tied up, but watch what you can do with CA glue and an activator. And that's stuck. That's all it takes. But since there will be a little bit of pressure on this when I go to pull it down, I'm going to put a couple of screws in there. Because CA glue is real strong when you're pulling it apart, but twisting it, it's not nearly as strong. I'm just building a little spot here to hold my brace. Actually, these little staples will do a sufficient job. And the chicken brooder is done. So we ordered about 75 chicks, and the delivery man is coming, so say hi, Luke. So we got our new brooder set up, and this is 4x8, 32 square feet, so it ought to hold 75 chicks for a good while. We'll grab a few of these and show them where the water is. We should mark him. I believe he'll be. Nope, not yet.
They're gonna struggle with that.
Yeah, I've got that other water, and you got one too.
Yeah, we can cover that. Cover that with a board or a box or something, and then
Yeah. Oh no! Shoot! Look at him.
those bigger ones.
Yeah, they're crawling all over it. Yeah, that fragile one, he wasn't doing too good. There is just something relaxing about hearing baby chicks chirp. So I'm just going to let this play for a little while. It's always amazing to me at how quickly 8 weeks comes. And I might even do these a little early just because I'm low on dog food and our freezer is completely empty. We have no chicken to eat. I only have 3 rabbits ready to process. So we might do these guys at about 6.5, 7 weeks. We'll just see how they grow out. And I'm going to keep feeding them kind of heavy to get some weight on them. So we might process them a little bit earlier. But as always, thanks for watching.